Yay for editing! Hey guys, it's Kira and welcome back to my channel. So today I have a video that I'm kind of nervous about, kind of excited for, and it's mostly about the topic of my video, which is books I'm taking with me to college. So I saw the video that A Clockwork Reader did, and it was about the books that she's bringing with her to college. And I'm moving to college in a week and a few days, which is super exciting but also super scary. And so I thought I would just do the same and film my own video. So all of these books are subject to change. I honestly don't know how much room I'm gonna have. I don't have a bookshelf to bring with me at this point in time. So any of these books I might end up leaving at home. But without further ado, here is the books that I am bringing with me to college. To start things off, I'm going to start with my Hamilton the Revolution book by Lin-Manuel Miranda and Jeremy McCarter. This just has to come with me because it's just cool and amazing, and I still love Hamilton because Hamilton is life. I also am going to try and use it to get more people to listen to Hamilton. It's just super cool. It looks so good too. It's just pretty. It has deckled edges, which normally I don't like deckled edges on books. But for some reason it works for this book. So also these are in no particular order whatsoever. But the next book that I'm bringing is my bind-up of all 7 of the Chronicles of Narnia books by C.S. Lewis. I don't own each individual book. Actually, I only own individual copies of The Lion, Witch, and the Wardrobe and Prince Caspian. This just happens to have the Voyage of the Dawn Treader movie cover because I got this from, I think, my parents the year that this movie came out. But this is a bind-up of all 7 Chronicles of Narnia books, which is why it is ginormous. This is one of my favorite series of all time, and so I absolutely have to bring it with me. Next is a series that I'm on the fence about. They're some of my favorites, but I'm considering leaving it home. I don't know. But it is the Hunger Games series. So I have 3 different versions actually of the books. So I have the movie cover of the Hunger Games. I believe this is the UK cover of Catching Fire. And then the American cover of Mockingjay. Now, like I said, this is one of my favorite series. I love these books so much, and I would like to reread them at some point in time and watch the movies again. But I don't know that that's happening in the near future, and so I'm not sure if I really want to bring these to college or not. But either way, they're some of my favorite books, and so if I bring them, cool. If not, they'll just sit on my bookshelves here at home. Next is a book that I'm sure a lot of people have seen floating around, and it is the 20th edition of Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone. This is the Hufflepuff book because I am a Hufflepuff and I love it so much. It's so pretty, and it's interesting because I'm from America, so I have the American copies of the books. Well, my mom does. And so this is the UK edition, the Philosopher's Stone, and so I'm interested in rereading it at some point and seeing if there's little things that have changed. I think certain words are changed because in the UK they have different English than they do in America. And anyways, I just have to bring it because it's pretty and it's beautiful and I love it so much. Next is a book that I got, I believe, at a discount store or something, but it is Cheer by Kate Dragovnik. So it's about 3 college teams. I haven't read this in a long time. It's about the Stephen F. Austin Lumberjacks, the Southern University Jaguars, and the University of Memphis All-Girl Tigers. And so I really enjoyed this book when I read it because it really showed exactly what college cheerleading is, and as a high school cheerleader and soon to be a college cheerleader, it's important to note that the stereotypes of cheerleaders are very, very wrong. Cheerleaders work their butts off and usually get hurt a lot of the time doing dangerous stunts and tumbling skills. And so it was about different struggles that cheerleaders go through. I thought it was really interesting, and I want to reread it soon because I am a college cheerleader now, which is super scary but super exciting at the same time. So yeah, I'm going to bring this book, and maybe I'll give it to some friends or roommates or something and make them see what cheerleading is all about. And these next 2 are my absolute favorite books of all time, and that is An Ember in the Ashes and A Torch Against the Night by Sabaa Tahir. These are seriously my favorite books. This book especially, An Ember in the Ashes, I found it last year, and it's just so freaking amazing. Go and read it if you have not read it. So I am super excited to find out what happens in the 3rd book. There's a cover change that's coming. I really like these covers actually. They're both so pretty. But there's going to be a cover change I can link the website that I found it in the description, but the third book is coming out and I literally always forget what it's called, but there's a third book that's coming and there will be a fourth book. So excited, but I'm kind of nervous about the cover changes. They have people on the cover now, which is cool, but also like these are just so pretty. But yeah, I have to bring these books along because these are my favorite books. The next two books are devotional books. I just started a Devo, but these are two devotionals that I'd love to get through, or books. I don't know, this one might be a book. This one's a devotional. Anyways, so this is Captivating Unveiling Mystery of a Woman's Soul by John and Stacey Eldridge. And my friend said it was amazing, and so I picked it up. So I haven't read it yet, but have it, and I would like to get to it either this year or possibly beginning of next year. And the other one is Unlocking the Bible Devotional by Colin S. Smith. This is a present for my birthday, actually, from some girls that I'm friends with. I'm super excited to get to it. I've never done it. Like, this is a 1 year thing. I don't really know what it's about, but it sounds interesting. The next section is all books that I have on my TBR. I can try and insert a picture of my TBR pile because it is insanely large. I've been buying so many books the last couple of months and just haven't been reading them as fast as I've been buying them. And so my TBR pile is huge, so I have to bring a couple of the books that are on there. And so this first one I'm going to show you is The Bone Season by Samantha Shannon. This is the first book in the series. And I've heard interesting things about it. I don't really know what it's about, but I got it for like $1 and I was like, yes. So I'm excited to read. The next book is The Story of God and All of Us by Roma Downey and Mark Burnett. This is a novel based on the epic TV miniseries The Bible, which is on Netflix. I've only seen like 2 or 3 episodes, but my family kind of started watching it. And so it's just the story of the Bible, but in like a narrative form and not as the Bible tells it exactly. I'm interested in reading it. I don't really know much of what's going to be in here, like what stories and how it's going to be told and if it's the same as in the Bible or not, but I'm interested in reading it, and so I thought I should bring it with me. Okay, this book I've been wanting to read ever since I heard of her story, and that is I Am Malala, the girl who stood up for education and was shot by the Taliban. And like I said, I've been wanting to read this book since I saw what happened and heard her story, and she got the Nobel Peace Prize. And then I found out that she wrote a book and I was like, yes, I have to read it. So I bought it. It was only like 20 cents. Actually, there was a deal going on that was like 5 books for $1. So fantastic. So I got it and I'm really excited to read it. Okay, this book I've like heard of and I don't exactly know what it's about, but I'm excited to read it. And it's sold by Patricia McCormick. It seems like it's going to be a very heart-wrenching book, but I'm also excited to read it. I like books like this. They're heart-wrenching, but they're important stories. Yeah, I'm interested in reading it. I don't know if this is based on a true story or not. So I believe this is just a fictional story, but it's about important topics. So it's about a girl whose family is really poor, and so she ends up looking for another job to help support her family, and then she realizes when she's found this job that she's actually been sold into prostitution. And so it's a really important book, and I'm excited to dive into the struggles and just the importance of this book. This book I've been wanting to read for forever, and I always see it at my school library, and I just wanted to pick it up, but I just never did. And so I finally bought it, and it is Codename Verity by Elizabeth Wein. I know that there's like a prequel out that like just came out recently, and I think that there's a sequel to this, but I'm so excited to read this. I think my friend wants to borrow it when I'm done with it, and so yeah, I'm just excited about this one. And this last book is the only book that I have read off of this TBR, but I would like to reread it at some point in time, and it is This Present Darkness by Frank E. Peretti. I think I said that right. This is a very intense book, and it's about this town that then gets kind of overcome by like some sort of demons, and it's about like more the spiritual battle that happens in our everyday life. And so it's really, really cool. I remember really enjoying it. I don't remember a whole lot of what happens in it, but I remember it was intense, but it was good. And so I like the verse on the back. It says, "For we are not contending against flesh and blood, but against the principalities, against the powers, against the world rulers of this present darkness." It's from Ephesians 6:12. And so that's where the title comes from. And so I'm excited to reread it. There's a second book as well, but I have not read that one yet. This is technically my mom's copy, so I'm kind of borrowing it, but I'm coming home hopefully once a month, so I should be able to give it back to her. So those are all the books that I'm taking with me to college. Again, I don't know if I'm taking more, if I'm taking less. Oh, one more. I forgot about it. Okay, that's because I don't have the actual book, and it is Illuminae by Amy Kaufman and Jay Kristoff. This is the dust jacket because my brother has the book. I am making him read it because it is amazing, and he was going to reread another book that really was not as great. And I was like, no, you need to read this book. So he has my copy. I told him he has a week and a half, so he better be done with it by the time I leave. And yeah, I love this book. This was actually an impulse buy. I don't know if I've talked about this on my channel at all, but this was actually kind of an impulse buy. I'd heard amazing things about it, and I had a gift card to Books A Million, and so I went. And this was on sale, and I was like, okay, but I haven't read it, so I don't know for sure that I'll like it. So I bought it, and then I read it, and it was so amazing, and I went out, and I didn't buy the second book yet, but I really want to buy the second book. It's so good. Super cool. So yeah, I'm also bringing Illuminae with me. So I also wanted to talk about the Funko Pops that I am bringing with me. I have like some bookish like posters and stuff that I'm bringing, but not a lot. But I have 7 Funko Pops, and I'm like, really shouldn't bring all of them, so I'm only bringing 3 with the hopes that I'll probably buy more while I'm at college. And so the first one I am bringing is Hermione Granger. This is her in her Yule Ball dress, and it's so pretty. I love her so much. So the next one I have is Clark from The 100. I cannot wait for the next season. Clark is the only one of The 100 that I have. And the third and final Funko Pop I am bringing is the Green Arrow. Well, this is Arrow. I think this is from like season 1 or something. But I'm also really excited for this show. Also, there's no way that they all died. Just saying. There's absolutely no way. Don't know how it works, but there's no way. Okay, so that is it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!